So we're going to be going through 5 dark horses that you guys should bet on for the MVP this year. Remember, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code CHAT120. Go log on right now. Sign up for an account. You can follow along with me as we go through some of these dark horses. Some of these odds are absolutely incredible for these players and for you to make some money. So, without further ado, let's get into our first player, and it's Kyrie Irving, whose MVP odds currently sit at plus 1,900. Plus 1,900 for Kyrie Irving to win the MVP. Now, if that knee is fully healthy, he is going to post some outrageous numbers if he's able to stay healthy all season long. Because I know that he's been on a bunch of teams with LeBron James. I get it. I know it was LeBron and him and Kevin Love. But overall, he is going to have the best roster this season that he's ever had. This is the deepest roster. This is the best coach roster. This is the most talent of any roster he's been on as a total, not individual players, as a total roster. This is the best team that he has been on, without a question. Now look at this roster. This roster is absolutely insane. I just want to let this sink in for a second. I'm a Celtics fan. I just want you guys to kind of absorb this, take it in. Look how good this roster is that Kyrie Irving is going to be able to play with. Beautiful roster. This is one of the best rosters in the NBA. It's beautiful. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. Look at that bottom 5. Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Marcus Morris, Robert Williams, and Aaron Baines. That could probably, that by itself is its own NBA starting 5. Like that could be a starting NBA 5 on most rosters, at least probably most non-playoff rosters. Like this is going to be an incredible Celtics team this year. I'm very excited to see what Kyrie Irving is going to be able to do this year. That team is absolutely stacked. Plus 1,900 odds for him. Just so easy. You bet $10, you will win $190. Fantastic betting odds for Kyrie Irving. Let's get to our next player here. It's Donovan Mitchell. BetDSI gives us MVP odds of plus 5,500. Now let's kind of take this in stride a little bit here. How much better can Donovan Mitchell get from last year? I think he should have won Rookie of the Year last year. I get this whole Ben Simmons, blah, blah, blah. Was he a rookie? Was he not a rookie? I don't really care. Donovan Mitchell, to me, was the most impactful rookie in the NBA last year. He was fantastic. He was the main engine behind a Utah Jazz team that surprised everyone. Now, I know Ben Simmons was great, but look, Donovan Mitchell is a more modern-day NBA player than someone like a Ben Simmons. He can score. He can pass. He's actually a very good defender as well. He was one of the best defensive players at his position in the NBA last year, according to defensive ratings. I think that Donovan Mitchell is going to take another big-time step forward this year. He averaged 20 points per game last year. He could jump that up to 25, 26 with how good this team is and another year of continuity on this roster. And at plus 5,500 as a dark horse to win MVP, those are some great odds. And if you're willing to take a chance on a young guy, he's the guy who I would put money down on, especially for that price. You put down $10, you could win $550 just from Donovan Mitchell having another fantastic season. So watch out for Donovan Mitchell being a dark horse this year for the MVP trophy. Let's go to Joel Embiid. Probably the least dark horse that I have, plus 1,600 MVP odds, mostly because there's a legitimate shot that even without an over-the-top legendary season from Joel Embiid, he could end up as a finalist for MVP. Because if the 76ers win the East, it's most likely going to be because Joel Embiid was one of the best players in the NBA. We know he's going to finish as a finalist for some sort of award this year. He did last year. He's fully healthy going into this season. This is another fantastic 76ers roster, and Embiid is going to dominate again this year. He was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year last year, and he should be one of the best defensive players in basketball again this season. I just wonder what his like upside is right now? Have we already seen Joel Embiid's ceiling, which was last year of 22 points per game, about 11 rebounds per game, and being one of the best defensive players in basketball? Is that his ceiling? Now, obviously, that's an amazing ceiling if you're the 76ers, but if you're Embiid and you want to win the MVP this year, I think he's going to have to take his game up to another level. We're going to need to see 25 and 12 level numbers along with elite defense. He is capable of that, but it's just whether or not he can actually reach those numbers is my question. But a plus 1,600 odds, he is definitely someone who you should feel comfortable putting down some money on as a dark horse to win MVP. Let's go to Ben Simmons, plus 3,500 odds to win MVP this year. His jump shot looks better, and that's all that was really holding him back last year from being one of the maybe 20 best players in the NBA. He was fantastic. And I think one of the biggest question marks that I have overall with Ben Simmons, what is his ceiling? What exactly is his ceiling? I don't think we know it yet because we don't know if he's able to shoot. Because what if Ben Simmons in 3 years is able to be a knockdown three-point shooter along with the threat that he already is around the basket, along with the elite defender that he already is? He could be Magic Johnson combined with a three-point shooter. Like, we don't know how good Ben Simmons can get, and I think that's why people are so enamored overall with his game. But we might get a flash of that ceiling this year. We've seen a lot of great flashes from him last year, but this year, with the improved jump shot and hopefully the improved three-point shooting, Ben Simmons could have an incredible season. Plus 3,500 odds in order to win MVP this year. You put down $10, you could win $350. I think those are good odds if you want to put some money down as a dark horse for Ben Simmons. Let's go to my last guy. Now, I got to give him some love because YouTube, especially our YouTube channel, again, go subscribe to our Chat Sports YouTube page. If you're on YouTube right now, just click that red subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube right now, search Chat Sports, and give us that sweet subscription. But everyone on our Chat Sports YouTube page seems to think that I hate John Wall. I do not hate John Wall. John Wall is actually what got me into watching basketball. His high school mixtape is still the most impressive mixtape that I've ever watched. It's incredible. He's the most exciting high school player that I've ever watched. And this year, this is kind of a make or break year for John Wall in terms of interpreting him as an elite point guard. Like, what is John Wall's reputation? Because you guys kept telling me, oh, he's a top 5 point guard. Oh, he's not a top 5 point guard. He hasn't been one for the past 3 seasons simply because his team has not been good enough to say that he is a top 5 point guard. It simply hasn't, especially last year. Now, I think he's a huge long shot. He's plus 8,000 odds to win MVP. But if you guys really think that John Wall is a top 5 point guard, and with the roster that he has this year, adding Dwight Howard, a fully healthy Bradley Beal, a fully healthy Otto Porter, a good bench with a continuity at the head coaching spot, this is the best roster that John Wall has ever had, by far. And if you are really that high on John Wall, plus 8,000 odds to win MVP is just that is such an easy odds to put money down on. You can make $800 by just putting down $10 on John Wall. I think it'd be a good bet. I'm going to put a little bit of money down on him just because I think it is too good of a deal to give up, especially when you're using BetDSI's deal that they have here at Chat Sports. Use that promo code CHAT120, people. Again, my 5 dark horses to win MVP: Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and John Wall. But who is going to win MVP this season, people? Let me know in the comments section below. Is it LeBron? Is it Kevin Durant? Is it Kawhi Leonard? Is it going to be Steph Curry? Is it going to be one of my dark horses that I just went through? Let me know in the comments section below. I want to hear from you.